So I'd like to share with you this integral hypnotherapy model of the mind. And the reason I'd like to share this is that I can explain different parts of our mind and how hypnotherapy works for us. This model of the mind is over 1900 years old. It did not look like this, obviously. This is a picture that was created from the schooling that I went to for hypnotherapy. And it helps to describe things a little bit easier. If you'll imagine in your mind a mountain with a snow cap at the top, and down below the mountain, there is a lake at the bottom. So I'll start off with conscious mind. And conscious mind is up here at the top of the screen. Conscious mind is about choice. And like you made a choice here today with your goal, this is how you did it. You did it in the conscious mind. And we use analysis and logic in this space, a lot of will and intention. So if we're trying to make a decision or action, that type of thing, we use this part of our mind in the conscious mind. We also have what's called the critical factor. The critical factor is what is considered like our monkey mind, our that filter that allows certain information to come in or go out, not allowing something through. And why would that be? Why would we not want to have something go through? Well, a lot of times it's by memory. There's memory of what we don't want again. And in here, there's little spaces through here. And there's a purpose to this. Those spaces are meant so that specific things can be put in what's called the subconscious mind. And the only way it can happen is if this critical factor makes that choice, it will relax. So in this space of conscious mind, it is not relaxed. It is action-oriented. It is the cap of the mountain where the snow is, where we could see it. It is inductive and deductive. What that means is deductive is when we are young, when we are very, very young and we don't have the reasoning mind. Everything is abstract. It's exacto. It is what it is. We get hurt there or we're confused there because we really don't have our true understanding. As we get older beyond those ages, we become inductive. We have reasoning and understanding. And that is where it's located, is in the conscious mind. Now being in the subconscious mind, the subconscious is the great doer. This is where everything is placed. Positive or negative. These are our positives. These are our negatives. You see that? This is everything that is programmed. How do things get programmed? We have specific things that we choose, ideas that are unaccepted, ideas accepted or decided. Our authority figures like our teachers, doctors, anyone that has authority, lawyers, our parents, our peers are also a way of programming. Any high emotion. Have you noticed when people want to sell you something, they're all uppity, they're all excited. Well, there's a purpose to this. And when we say yes to something, so when they're in high emotion, or also when we're in high emotion of stress factors, movies, high emotion, come on, we're getting a programming of some sort. Repetition is also a programming. Let's think about sports. or learning a particular type of musical instrument. And when we're in the hypnotic state. A hypnotic state is up here, if you look on the top right, is how we access the deeper mind by meditation, prayer, and hypnosis. And what happens with it is our imagination is here. You can't see what imagination is. You can't see what memory is. You can't see what beliefs are, our emotions, and anything that influences our body, which is called the autonomic nervous system. Over here on the far, far right, the autonomic nervous system is the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. How we perceive and what's in our subconscious of what we perceive. The parasympathetic is when we're in the deeper mind of meditation, prayer, and hypnosis, which actually supports our immune system, digestive system, and reproductive system. When we're trying to get pregnant, that's the space we want to go to. And if we're not, it's because we're stressed and we're in the fight or flight mode. In the fight or flight mode of sympathetic nervous system is where we gain cancer, or where we cannot get pregnant, or our digestive system is totally out of whack, our immune system, our reproductive system. We cannot use our higher mind of an analytical system, problem-solving area, because we're in high stress mode. So in order to do that is to go into a meditation or prayer or hypnosis to relax the mind and be able to go into the parasympathetic. Those particular areas is when we have saliva in the mouth, relaxation, our eyes flutter a bit. Those are particular visuals of when someone's in parasympathetic. That is this area in here where it influences the body. And the association making mechanism, you cannot see this. However, this happens when you see someone or someone walks by and they smell like a perfume that you recall of someone that wore that perfume. That's an association making mechanism. You see biscuits, brand new fresh biscuits that are placed from the oven onto the table, and you remember your grandmother and how she used to make those beautiful biscuits, and it smells so delightful. Or cookies, you think of your mother when she made the cookies for you when you were a little girl or boy. This is your association making mechanism. These things, everything that I've checked off here, is what I said about the water at the bottom of the mountain. You cannot see those things, but they are something, and they are the great doer. We are doing things and receiving things in those places by what we have been programmed with or understood, what we have accepted or decided in our life, and that is here. Like I said, under the water. There is also another mind mechanism, and this particular one is called the superconscious. The superconscious is a problem-solving intelligence. It is way below the water at the very peak of when that mountain was created. It is the foundation. Everything we have within ourselves, we have all three: superconscious, subconscious, and conscious within ourselves. You see these three here. Superconscious is love. Superconscious is God conscious, or what you want to call it. You know, you could call it the universal mind, unity conscious, God conscious. God, that is within us all the time. And if you look at these little openings here. There's a purpose to all of this. These openings here, all of that. So if you think about by doing hypnosis, you receive positive beliefs. So if you add it in here, you believe you receive positive emotions. You receive positive behavior over and over as you're doing your self-hypnosis and spending time with me doing hypnosis. You will then receive positive results, which ends up that your critical factor will relax and will allow all of this positive affirmations, positive imagery that we create in your session, and will allow all of those positive things to show up by us doing the work together and creating your positive behaviors and results. And in doing so, then these also, the minuses, the things that we learned as children, etc., or just by listening to people, watching movies, etc., all of these negatives here, they'll eventually, because there's so many positives in this space, by doing hypnosis, it eventually replaces that. And so that's what is the model of the mind. I thank you for spending the time with me on that. And we'll be able to create your positive imagery and affirmations in our session. And I look forward to spending time with you with that. Take care, and I'll see you soon.